We studied the basics of adverbs, especially as they modify verbs, in Lesson 6. Today, we're looking at how adverbs modify adjectives and other adverbs, and how to diagram them doing so. On slide 2, note the diagrams at the top of the page. In the adjective lesson, we saw how sometimes adjectives modify other adjectives instead of a noun or pronoun on the horizontal subject-verb line, and that these hook onto the diagonal adjective line with a diagonal hook line. As you can see, adverbs do the same thing when modifying adjectives or adverbs below the horizontal line. Now, let's look at the example sentences. The first one is, extremely bright lightning flashed quite threateningly. That is a horrible sentence. Don't ever write sentences like that. Way too many modifiers. Anyway, in spite of the excess of words, this is a simple subject-verb sentence. Lightning flashed. The subject, lightning, is described by the adjective bright, which answers the question, what kind of lightning? The word extremely, though, doesn't describe the lightning. It is an adverb describing the adjective bright and answering the question, bright to what extent? On the predicate end of the sentence, threateningly is an adverb describing the verb flashed. And answering the question, flashed how? The word quite, though, isn't modifying the verb, but is instead modifying the adverb threateningly and answering the question, threateningly to what extent? This is what it looks like diagrammed. The adverbs extremely and quite are attached to the adjective and adverb they modify, with the diagonal hook lines showing that they modify these words, not the subject or the verb on the horizontal line. All right, the second sentence is, this is an extraordinarily beautiful garden. Let's do this one on the website. All right, start with the subject-verb cross. The subject this time is a demonstrative pronoun, this, and the verb is that most common of verbs, is. This subject is verb. Since is a linking verb, we add a slanted subject complement line, and then the predicate nominative, garden. This is garden. Subject, linking verb, subject complement, which in this case is a predicate nominative or noun. The rest of the words are adjectives and adverbs. An is an adjective describing garden and answering the question, which garden? So get an adjective line, drag it below garden, and then place an on that line. All right, the adverb extraordinarily does not directly describe the noun garden, so skip it and move on to the adjective beautiful, which does, answering the question, what kind of garden? Another adjective line, beautiful on it, and then deal with extraordinarily. It describes beautiful, answering the question, beautiful to what extent? It does not go directly below garden, on the horizontal line, but uses the slanted hook line labeled Adverb 2 at the top of the work area. Click it, attach the hook to the adjective line with beautiful, makes some space automatically, and drag extraordinarily to it. Oop. Well, there we go. And that's it. The Sentence Analytics slideshow also has a breakdown of categories of adverbs on slide 4. And if your mind likes precise categories, you may want to give this a look. If you like to keep things simple, all these categories can more or less be combined into the questions when, where, how, and to what extent. As always, the final slide has the exercise sentences, but I put them on the Lesson 7 exercise sheet. Actually, I simplified one of them because it was unnecessarily complicated. So you don't really need these. Okay, do your best.